entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to adopt.
Got
Second.
a motion and a second. Any comments or discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Item number 1 is authorization for a minor public works contract with Morrow Water Technologies for the purchase and installation of a fluoride tank at Jerry Plott Water Treatment Plant. The total is $26,534.80. Brian, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So yes, sir, so this will replace the existing fluoride tank at Plot's, a 3,000 gallon tank. The funding is through a grant we received. We received $25,000 from the Alabama Department of Public Health through a grant, and the remainder will be from the Plot plant operational budget.
Question?
Brian, is the replacement, is this sort of normal schedule replacement, or is there a problem? What's going on?
It's old, and there's some leaking at spots where pipes are entering and leaving the tank.
Okay.
So it needs replacing.
Mr. Chair, what's the timeline, Brian?
Once we get the tank, it won't take long to put in. I think the lead time of the tank is 4 weeks, something around that time frame. So it'll be done relatively quickly.
Any other questions?
Motion.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2 is approval of a deductive change order to the construction contract with Apex Civil in the amount of $10,943.89 for the Calton Park Drainage Improvement Project. Zach, welcome.
Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon.
So I think I got a slide 2 showing roughly where it is. This was the drainage improvement along that east side of Calton Park where the park sign is. So basically they ended up this is the after installed several drainage structures, replaced that sidewalk going down Elm Street had to replace the pipe going along Elm Street to get it to that drainage channel. But this is a deductive change order for the $10,943.89.
Zach, what, on the original 224?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
I'm good.
So moved.
Second.
Moved second, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 2 is approved. Item number 3 is authorization for the mayor to execute a traffic signal maintenance agreement with AlDOT for signal improvements at the intersections of Mercedes Drive and Daimler-Benz Boulevard and exit 89 southbound on-ramp and Daimler-Benz Boulevard. Brett, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Trying to get to just trying to pull up the image. Okay. Well, the AlDOT's doing some operational and safety improvements to the southbound on-ramp and the northbound off-ramp right there at Daimler-Benz Drive. They're going to be installing a traffic signal and doing some intersection improvements. And this will be a maintenance agreement, so they'll install it and then we'll take it over once installed.
Questions?
That's in the city.
Correct.
So it's an AlDOT project?
Correct.
Okay. I'm good.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 3 is approved. Item number 4 is approval of a balancing change order with J.J. Cunningham LLC for the taxiway seal coat project. The total is $15,326.10.
Good afternoon.
Welcome,
Good
Jeff.
afternoon.
We are looking to go ahead and close out this project, and the contract is a AlDOT 75%, 25% grant for a seal coat and crack repair on 2 of the parallel taxiways along our primary runway. The product that was provided was about 166,000 linear feet of crack repair, then a seal coat a little over 11 acres, and about 2 acres of marking improvements. The end result is it helps us get maximum useful life out of our pavements. So a great program that AlDOT provides. The net change is an additional amount of the $15,326. AlDOT agreed to cover their portion of it, so the net change or net increase for the city share is $3,832.
Wow.
Questions?
What was the reason for the change?
So they based these projects off estimated linear feet. So once they got out there and started going through the actual cracking that they could find,
The estimate of linear feet was just off.
it was off, yes, sir.
All right, I'm good.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4 is approved. Item number 5 is authorization for the mayor to execute a special municipal funding agreement with Temporary Emergency Services. LaPerry, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Earlier this month, we issued an RFQ for the administration and the management of our Hope Summer Jobs Program. If you remember, this is our employment training that we do every year for students between the ages of 15 and 21. We had several different agencies that inquired, but we only received one proposal, and that was from Temporary Emergency Service, and we are asking for authorization to issue that to them.
Are we gonna do all $100,000
Yes,
to,
sir. And the 100,000.
is that wise?
It'll get
Perry,
roughly
that's a
around-
lot of labor.
It'll get roughly around about 45 to 50 students. And we have actually been in contact with the city school board to get.
What are 45 to 50 students gonna do at TES?
Not only at TES,
Oh,
That's the whole job program.
No,
They're
they're
administrative.
placed, they're only administering the actual program and management of the program, but they will be, the students have actually been at the amphitheater and different agencies throughout the city limits.
Okay,
LaPerry, haven't
I
we
feel
actually-
much better.
haven't we actually spent more than that?
That's what I was
Last
gonna
week,
ask.
spent more than that.
Spent
Yes, we have.
120,
Because
I
there was
think.
more of a demand,
Yes,
correct?
more of a demand.
We
and
spent
had-
more kids
120.
sign up.
Yes,
It was
125?
$100,000.
120.
Is it after Labor Day?
No.
You
When did
can't
they
be
start?
wearing that.
Thank you.
Would we
Um,
also get fashion tips?
I'll make a motion. Well,
Anything from
I mean,
Councilman
he's the fashion horse.
Well,
Man's the
Hey, I
trendsetter.
would also say that we're glad you're before our committee, because usually you're not.
I'm not. Well, time's of the essence. so-
Because you had to get this done,
Yes, sir.
otherwise you'd have been on CDBG, right?
Yes, sir.
Any other comments? I think it's a good program, and
That's a great program.
look forward to seeing how many of our kids we can get to work. So that's,
Motion.
second, that's good. Got a motion, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 5 is approved. Work on that wardrobe, prepare
I will.
before you come back. Our next Public Projects Committee meeting will be Tuesday, May the 6th at 2:30. Is there any other business to be brought before this committee? If not, or hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.